DIY.
How do you articulate the impact of this battle and some of the things that happened during this back and forth between Kendrick and Drake?
Um, First and most foremost, like I want to tell people, like, we gotta not make this into something that is not. Um, a lot of people tried to make this into like a enemy style beef to where it was like, yeah, somebody's gonna die or somebody's gonna get killed. Like, first of all, this is not like Ja Rule and 50. This is nowhere near that. This is not Tupac and Biggie. Like, this is not that. And dear internet, like y'all gotta fall all the way back. Like, um, and again, I don't think Kendrick and Drake are enemies. Like, I don't think they'll ever be enemies. This is just purely off competition. Who wants to be the best? And that's something that has been missing from rap forever, which is why the bar is so low. And again, like, Kendrick and Drake they were friends before this. They conversated, they talked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all seen the early videos, tours, and all that type of stuff. But again, if we play basketball together and you like the number one guy on the team, I'm not about to come in practice and not try to go at you. Like, that's just the way it works. Like, yeah, you're that guy, but I want the spot. And I want, like, and that's what this all stems from. Like, again, both of them, Kendrick and Dot, are successful in their own worlds. And what I think, and it's something that I think, and I'm going to give y'all a crazy perspective, both of them were searching for what the other had. Kendrick is successful here, all the way to the top, to a fucking Pletzer pride. I call it a pretzel plot. A pretzel plot. That nigga wanted a 80-foot pretzel. 80-foot solid gold pretzel for doing music. But I'm saying, like, Kendrick is solidified here and Drake is solidified there. And I think once you beat this game, you look for another game to beat. So Kendrick was basically in his Galactus mode. I ate this planet, I am looking for a new planet to eat. I want that planet.
Yeah.
And he came for it. And again, at the top of the war, like, I seen what was happening and I put something in the air, and I even said it on Twitter. I said, hey, Kendrick wants to land a hit, like a mega hit that the lower level people could really rock with. Not the super musicians and the super thinkers, just we're talking like the general public. He's gonna land a hit. And what Drake needed to do was land a record that could solidify him amongst the super thinkers. Right?
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Because they're opposite. Kendrick is for the super thinkers and Drake is making music for the general public. Kendrick is going to make a song for the general public, and Drake should have made a 10-pack boom. Drake should have made Doechie's album.
Damn. Yeah. Facts. That would have changed perspective, because now it's like, and this is what I always say, the narrative, and I don't want to jump the gun on it, but I said, although I'm not particularly a fan, I respected him for going to bat with some of the best of this era, right? Or not shying away. Well, not, let's just say more so Pusha T than Meek Mill. When I saw that one, I was like, okay, at least you're not shying away from it. A lot of rappers is like, I'm not even getting into that. We making money. We over here doing all that. They're not even concerned about that. But at least he jumped. And then with Kendrick, I'm like, okay, at least you are playing ball before losses happen. But I wanted to.
I'll say this too. Like, again, like, you have to know how to lose. Like, that's something that I've learned in my career. Like, there's ways to lose and win. And you can't think about the moment. You have to think about the outcome of the moment and what people are going to say when this is over. The position could have switched. The switch could have been, yeah, Kendrick makes, like, turn up West Coast music, but I'm really to the core of hip hop. Look at my super hip hop album. I'm really for the people. He could have changed the narrative. I'm really for the people. Like, I do this for Sean Price.
That would have been crazy to hear Sean Price shout out.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, I see it.
People would have been like, oh yeah, he's really hip hop. He's really for the core of hip hop. He's not mainstream. He's really for us.
Right.
I think that was the approach he should have took, but because both people were looking for the opposite. But again, like, the outcome happened the way it happened, and I can say in agreement with what you said. um a lot of the music now was a lot of the music that was kind of in that little lane of just make some shit and have the labels pump it and it blow up. Like that shit ain't working no more.
You are the person that, you know, when Dave Chappelle was like, what the world's going through, I want to hear what Ja Rule got to say. Like, no, we need to hear what you got to say about just from a battling standpoint, because you're a strategist. You're somebody with a master strategy. Beyond what you already said about them kind of like trying to go for the opposites of what they're known for, what do you think was, and it's just from an artistic standpoint, was the biggest mistake that Drake made?
The biggest mistake that Drake made in that whole beef was when he said he rapping like he wanted to get the slaves free. That was the biggest mistake. If he wouldn't have said that, Not Like Us wouldn't even exist.
How so?
And I'm gonna break it down to y'all. When he said you rapping like you want to get the slaves free, all black people said, so if he raps like he want to get the slaves free, and then you rap, then that means you rap like you want us to stay slaves.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Continue.
That led to Kendrick's whole third verse in Like Us. Nigga doubled down on calling us some slaves.
Yeah.
He not like us. He not black. Basically, that's basically that led to that whole song.
What's so funny about that part though, I always counter that with, but when he was talking to Adonis, he said, "You're a black man," and he's giving them lessons about life. And I'm like, how do you fare with that if you a competitor and you're like, wait a minute, you questioning my blackness, but you just told my son, who got the curly hair and all that, you just said you're a black man. These are the lessons that a man should carry with him.
He basically telling his son. He basically telling his son, don't ignore your real heritage. Don't be like him. And I mean, don't get like I feel like that was the only bar that kind of fucked it up. Like that was the bar where it was like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
But other than that, like, it was a good fight, man. It was a good fight, top to bottom. I personally feel during that whole rap beef, and it is another minor mistake, like, you know, Drake is heavy in the battle rap culture. Heavy. Like he rocks with the battle rap culture a lot. I don't understand why wasn't none of them called to help. I didn't get it.
That's your world. I don't got no skin in the game. That's a good observation. I don't. Why is that?
People should have been called. Like people should have been called. Like there's certain people in the battle rap world that he's extremely close with. People should have been called. Like, hey, do you think this is a good idea or not? Like that shit should have been ran by some people. But again, I say this to say, like, you know, a lot of people saying like it's over for him or like he can't bounce back. Like there is no die in the internet world. It's basically what you do next.
Yeah.
Like there is no die. It's what you do next. And you know, of course, like everybody knows what team that I'm rocking with. Everybody knows what side of the line I'm on. Like I'm Team West Coast to the fullest. I'm a part of the TD family to the fullest. Drake is he's still green in my eyes as far as like him as an individual because he's done things for me before anyone even got in my corner. He's booked a lot of events and a lot of money came through Drake booking these events. Again, like prior to the battle rap, I mean, prior to the battle happening, like I spoke to Drake about doing the me and Low Deluxe battle, like prior, and I was offered like a couple of M's for this battle. So you know, it's always been, you know, like a cool relationship with us. So if I had some advice, because again, like it's weird right now, but if I had some advice for Drake to do moving forward, you got to start over, bro. Like you got to start over and go back to the core. Go back to the core of hip hop.
How do you do that with a pending lawsuit, though?
Look, man. Again, we live in the world star era. Today's news is not yesterday's news, and then the news after that, people will forget in a few weeks, bro.
DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.